Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Esli from inkeandthebrain, and today I have my 2020 goals, 20 goals for 2020. Now you're probably thinking, that's a whole lot of goals, Esli. And it kind of is, but it also kind of isn't, because they're very kind of little things. Some of them could really be combined into a bigger goal. I did break them up. I am also in the kind of custom, I guess, I'm not sure what the right word is, but I grew up doing 12 resolutions every single year. It was like a family tradition. I don't know if it's like a Mexico tradition, like if it's like just like a Latin America kind of tradition, but we eat 12 grapes on the last 12 seconds of the year, and those 12 grapes you're supposed to kind of eat as you're reading your 12 resolutions for the year. And like as you eat each grape, you're supposed to kind of go down your list, and it's supposed to like help you complete your goals. I don't know, it's a thing I grew up doing. So I've always done 12 goals for myself, like 12 resolutions you could say. So really adding a few more to the list wasn't a big deal. But I have them here. I have them written down in my pre-impression weeks planner in the back. Because I haven't officially transferred them into my Hobonichi. I have the space for them. I just haven't like written them in because I kind of wanted to, you know, narrow down my ideas and be sure of what I wanted. And then I'm also going to share with you my word of the year, my word for 2020. I thought really long and hard about my word. And I think it's a really good one. I think it's something kind of perfect for me in my life right now, kind of the mindset that I've been in, and it you know, it feels right. But we're gonna go ahead and get started with my goals. I have a couple of shop goals, a couple of YouTube goals, and then we'll get into my personal goals, which is honestly the bulk of it. So I just have a couple of things to kind of get through first. So let me open up my planner here in the back where I have my list, and we'll get started. So if you see me looking down, it's just me looking here at my planner. So the very first thing I have for my shop, y'all, I said some of these things in my last goals. Like honestly, like a lot of this is like, hey, just go back and look at your 2019 goals and realize you didn't really accomplish much and transfer them over to 2020 and hope something sticks. Like honestly, literally, I did really bad, to be honest, with keeping up with a lot of things in 2020, but in 2019, but as you guys know, I found out that I had dealing with some illnesses that I didn't know I had, so I feel like that's what kind of was slowing me down, I guess you could say. I'll talk more a little bit, I'll talk a little bit more about like mental health and things like that once I get into my personal goals, but let's just get into the shop one. So first thing is new release schedule. It is something I started doing last year and then for some reason just fell off the wagon of like releasing a monthly calendar. It's not that hard to like make a calendar towards the beginning of the month and just release it, just so y'all know, hey, like these are the days that I'm gonna have new releases. Like it's not groundbreaking, but it's something that I'm really bad at for some reason. I just can't make it a habit. So it's something I want to do in 2020. So you should be seeing, hopefully, fingers crossed, new release schedule from me at like towards the beginning of every month. Next thing would be to do $2 Tuesdays more consistently. To be honest, right now, sometimes I do like 2 weeks in a row, and other times I do like once a month. But once, again, this is kind of like, you know, it could be combined into one, because if I have a release schedule, then I should be, you know, doing the $2 Tuesdays more often as well, because those will kind of be integrated into that. So, like I said, some of these are kind of cheating. I'm just like spreading out some goals, but I think that's good because the smaller, the more detailed the goal is, I feel like it makes it a lot more manageable. So something, you know, to consider, and just try to like break down your goals as much as possible. The next thing for the shop is really about Instagram, social media, Instagram and Facebook. I really stink at updating my Facebook, especially. I feel like I'm a little bit more active on my Instagram, but my Facebook group, like, it's like I forget it exists sometimes, and like, it's awful because I feel like that's one of the places where I can actually communicate with y'all more. But I feel like most of my communication comes through Instagram. Obviously I have a lot more followers on Instagram than I do in my Facebook group. So that's why I get a lot more kind of communication, more back and forth. That's where a lot of y'all talk to me and send me messages, which I love and appreciate. That's like the best part about Instagram. But I really am bad at posting. Like, aside from when I have a sale, like when I have a sale, I'm like, oh, blast it to the world. Like, everybody, my shop is on sale. Like that I'm great at because like it's a, you know, it's like a big deal. So I'm like putting it out there. But like my own planner, I hardly ever take pictures of my own spreads. And it's not like I'm not using my planner, I am. I hardly ever like take pictures of like actual products. Like I'll post pictures of like digital photos, but it's just, I'm bad at it. I'm bad at it. So I just need to work on it. It's something that I need to be mindful of. The next thing, or next category here is YouTube. And as y'all have seen in the last probably 6 weeks or so, I have been posting 2 to 3 times, even sometimes 4 times a week. I'm trying really, really hard to just kind of start now. I told myself, you know, like a few months ago, like in November, oh, I really want to start posting more to my YouTube. And I was like, why do you have to wait until the new year? Like, just do that now, just start now, which is what I did and I've done. And I've really enjoyed it. The channel like perked up, has started growing, and I'm so grateful. I'm so excited. Like I feel really refreshed, renewed with YouTube, and I'm just really excited to continue sharing with you all. So definitely the goal now is to continue to post minimum 2 times a week. Obviously I've been doing more than that, like I said, but I just want to give myself the goal of twice a week because I'm going to be using 2 planners in 2020, like one as a memory keeper, one as an actual planner. So I at least have the default of those 2 videos that I could film a week. But one of my other goals is actually to vlog at least once a month. I love sharing vlogs. They're the least watched videos on my channel. I know that it's not, you know, everyone's cup of tea, but I really, really love sharing little bits and pieces of my life. I just think it's so much fun to, I guess because I like to watch them so much, like for people, like planner people that I watch when they like randomly throw on a vlog, I just get so excited because it's like, I want to see more than your hands and occasionally your face, you know, like I want to see your life. I want to see where you're at, what your surroundings, your family, like, I don't know, maybe I'm just nosy, but I just enjoy that. So I want to share more of that with y'all. By the way, if you're wondering, if you're thinking, hey, Esli, that definitely does not look like your living room. I'm actually at my parents' house. We're down here for Christmas. I explained more in a video that I just filmed a bit ago, but I actually don't even know which one's going up first, but that's also probably why it's a bit echoey. I'm so sorry about that, but this is the best light that I could get, so here we are. All right, and then the next one is my personal section. So I will say that first and foremost, my overall goal, #1 priority for 2020 is to focus on my mental health and physical health as well. That is just the most important thing to me right now. I have talked about this quite a bit. In, what was it, August, I was diagnosed with something which not only was it a shock to figure, hey, you're sick, you need to now deal with this condition, this disease for the rest of your life, but it honestly, it made me very depressed. I talked about this in Plan With Me's. I shared quite a bit. I've been really open with y'all that I have been dealing with some really, really bad anxiety about dying. Now, I want to say, because I know some of y'all have expressed concerns, I'm not afraid to die in the sense that, you know, I'm a Christian. It's not something I talk about very much. I don't like to, I don't want to ever make anyone feel like alienated or unsupported or, you know, so it's not something I try to like blast out there or, you know, like, I don't know, not in any way that I'm ashamed, but I do believe I'm going to heaven, basically, is what that boils down to. But, so it's not that part. I'm not afraid of being dead. I'm just, the anxieties were you know, I have a headache, oh my God, what if it's a brain tumor? You know, my arm hurts, what if I'm having a heart attack or stroke? Or, you know, like, my back hurts, what if it's a kidney? You know, like, and it was constant, to the point where I was making myself sick. Like, my whole entire body would feel numb, tingly, my face, like, it had gotten really, really bad. I know that I put on a brave face a lot for y'all. I know that typically in Plan With Me's, y'all see me happy and cheery, and I'm still dealing with it. I'm not gonna say that I'm 100% better. Anxiety has been very, very high. However, as of about 6 weeks now, I am taking anxiety medication again, which is really rough for me actually, because I don't like medication. And also, you know, unfortunately, I grew up in a, not necessarily my household a little bit, but more so like the school and things that I went to like a really small, I've mentioned this, like very, very conservative, Baptist, very conservative, like uber duper duper, like think the Duggars, you know, kind of conservative high school. And so it was like, oh, you're not sick, like you don't have anxiety, you don't have mental health problems, like you just need God. So I feel like even though obviously I have, you know, I now know better, it still like weighs on my mind, you know, like that I have to rely on something. So it causes an additional anxiety. But I have been on medication now for, like I said, about 6 weeks, and I feel infinitely better. I can't, it's night and day. Like I said, I'm still struggling. I'm not gonna pretend, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to y'all and be like, oh, I'm hunky-dory and everything's great. No, I still stay up at night listening to my heart, hoping it continues to beat. Things like that, you know, it's still really rough, but I feel better. I feel more calm. I feel more at peace. I feel a lot clearer. And yeah, I feel good. I feel really good. Not great, but definitely good. So that is my #1 priority above anything and everything, above the shop, above YouTube, above everything and anything else. 100% is my mental health. I just want to focus on that and be well and do well and, you know, just feel good inside. And then with that obviously comes my physical health. With this diagnosis that I received, I'm trying really hard to make better choices with my health. I've lost quite a bit of weight. So, you know, and I'll get into those goals in a minute. So that kind of, a lot of that is just kind of what is boiling into these, or like what it boils down to a lot of these goals that I have. So very first on my list though, not really anything to do with either one of those, but is to get married. I am engaged, as y'all know. Luis proposed to me back in July. It's been almost like half a year, and here we are. We haven't planned a single thing. I mean, obviously we've been dealing with a lot. I have been dealing with a lot, especially in the last 6 months. I actually got my diagnosis like a month after he proposed. But we are excited to get married. We obviously have, weddings are so expensive, so that's really kind of the holdup, is that, you know, we need to save for it. But, you know, the goal is to get married next year. Next is to continue losing weight. I have lost, not quite, but almost 50 pounds in the last year, in 2019. If y'all go back and watch my 2019 goals video, I think I already linked that because I talked about it a bit ago, but I'll put it down below. Just go watch it for, like, you know, the first minute, first 10 seconds, and you will see a huge difference in my face. I feel like I couldn't tell very much, but I watched that video the other day, just kind of for reference, and I was like, oh my goodness gracious, like look at my face. Like I see a huge, huge difference. I'm obviously still very overweight. You know, I still have quite a bit of weight to lose, but I can see it, and that's really exciting. I can see the difference. So goal is to lose 50 pounds. Like I said, I've lost just about 50 pounds, probably like more like around 45, but I would like to lose a total of 100 pounds. So I'm hoping that I can get, you know, kind of that next half off in 2020, but I'll be happy if I lose, you know, 30. I just want to lose weight. So that is the next kind of item on that list. Next is something actually really exciting that I want to share with y'all. I will write it in somewhere here on the screen. On Instagram, it's called Our Daily Sunset. Luis and I, we are both very much into our hobbies. I love planning, YouTube, and I have my shop. I work from home, which is, you know, even though it's my business, it's also part of my love, part of my hobby. And he has his RC things. He loves flying drones and building airplanes and building boats, and, you know, he's just into a whole lot of stuff as well. So even though we spend a lot of time together, sometimes we'll be, you know, watching TV, but we're just sitting on the computer next to each other. Or, you know, I'll be in his room, you know, his office, he'll be sitting in my office. Even though we spend a lot of like physical time together, we don't spend a lot of hobby time. We don't have a together hobby, basically. So it's something that we started talking about and started thinking like, hey, wouldn't it be nice if we had something that we could work on together, you know, so that we can spend like more mental time together, if that makes sense. So we decided to create our own Instagram together, and we are combining his love of his drones and things with our together love of photography and editing and things like that. So we are taking a picture hopefully every single day, at least every day that we can. We know that some days the weather may not allow it, but we're taking a picture either with the drone or with our phones of our sunset, whatever it may be. So just yesterday we were on our way down, you know, to visit our family for Christmas. When we were driving down, it was, you know, time for the sunset, or the sun was setting, I guess would be the right way to say that. And so we stopped, middle of the road basically, stopped, took a picture, and then, you know, edited at night. But it's just something really great. So we already started posting to it in this year, even though the goal is to post like the whole year 2020. Again, just because we wanted to get started, we wanted to add it to our routine and things like that. So it's been so much fun already. I will have it linked down below, but it's Our Daily Sunset on Instagram. If you want to go give us a follow, I would appreciate it. Next thing I have is, again, it's two things kind of combined, but it's two different goals. So I believe this is what, 9 and 10. Yeah, I have them kind of like swapped around, but it's to create a work schedule and a house schedule. So a home schedule, I guess. I am terrible at keeping up with my work schedule. I'll tell myself, okay, like today I wake up at this hour and I'm gonna work from, you know, 8 in the morning to 4 o'clock with just a lunch break. But then I'm like, oh, well, let me wash the dishes first, or let me put in a load of laundry, or let me, like things like that, where I end up getting distracted for a couple of hours, or, you know, whatever it may be. And then I think, oh, okay, well, that's fine. You know, I'll just work, instead of working from 8 to 4 like I was going to, I'll just work from 10 to 7. But then I start making dinner at 5, and then I go back into my shop from like 8 to 10 at night. And, you know, like, it's just a whirlwind of time that I can't get it together. Like, it's just, I mean, when your job is down the hallway, you can't ever leave it. You can't ever leave your home. You can't ever leave your work. So I really want to try really hard to give myself a schedule, to say like, okay, just act like you're not at home, you know, act like you don't have to worry about vacuuming right this second. You can go do something, you know, be productive on your business, focus on your business. So I'm really trying to kind of separate those and just, you know, be better about time management. I'm also really bad at answering customer emails, no matter the time of day or night. You know, I have customers that obviously are outside of the country. So while they may be sending me a message at, you know, 10 o'clock their time in the morning, it could be, you know, 2 a.m. my time. And obviously that's not an issue at all. Please send me a message at whatever time. That's never a problem. But I shouldn't be answering at 2 o'clock in the morning. I should be asleep, be off my phone for one, and or be focused on what's around me. I catch myself all the time, you know. Just yesterday I was in the kitchen with my mom and I got an email and I told my mom, like, hold on a second, I need to reply to this. And then I thought, like, no, like, you are sitting here with your mother. You could have, you know, waited a couple of hours to reply to this. But I need something I need to work on. I love my shop and I love y'all. And I feel bad whenever I don't respond right away. But it's something, you know, I'm allowed to have business hours, and it's hard. It's really hard whenever your business, part of your business, is literally never out of your hand, pretty much. Next goal is to keep up with my journal. So I have my creative journal, I have my gratitude journal, and I have my food journal, which is also like my health journal. I have done videos on all of them pretty much, yeah, in my like lineup and thing. You can see them. I'll link that video here. But I really want to make it a goal to keep up with them and just be like really mindful of them, and especially my like gratitude journal, which is also just like a writing kind of journal. I really want to make it a point to keep up with that because it's something that has already been very beneficial to me, and I just feel like I want to continue to kind of grow that practice and just, you know, add it into my routine, so to speak. So that is 3 goals. Again, kind of cheating there, but that's 3 goals. So I think we are down to number 14 and 15, which again kind of go together. These are going to be probably some of the toughest. One is spend less and the other is save money. We obviously need to save money for the wedding, but we also just have other things that we need to save money for, pay off and things like that. I'm bad at spending. My money comes in from the shop. I take care of what I need to take care of, make sure to restock the shop, make sure to purchase whatever I need to purchase for the shop, pay whatever bill I need to pay. But then I'm like, hey, I want this and this and this and this, and I just go ham and go shopping. So, you know, obviously not good. So I need to be better. I need to be better about how I spend my money on, what I spend my money on. I did start a budget planner. Again, I talked about it in my like liner, that's not a thing. My budget planner, no, my planner lineup, my budget planner. So I'm trying, I'm making an effort. So again, that was combined. And then, next goal is kind of goes with the losing weight and, you know, taking care of myself physically, is just be more active. Again, my business is down the hall, so there are days I don't leave the house. And if I don't make myself do some kind of exercise at home, I don't hardly move. I move from the bed to the kitchen, where I walk around a little bit, make myself some tea, make Luis a coffee, whatever it may be in the morning, to my office, back to my dining room, back to, you know, I really don't move much. So we do have a gym membership. We do go to the gym occasionally. We've not gone at all the month of December. December's a hard month, y'all. Okay, we're just gonna leave it at that. But excuses, right? But we do, you know, we are trying to make it a point to go to the gym, but I do want to just be mindful of myself, be more active, you know, give myself more walking breaks during the day, do some yoga at home and things like that. So I have kind of a plan of like what my routine I'm hoping is going to look like once we get back home from this, you know, little trip with our family here. All right, so next is less phone time. I'm attached, y'all. It's a problem. This thing is never far away from me, typically in my hand, and or a foot away from me. I spend a lot of time either on my phone or like watching something on my phone, scrolling through Instagram. Look, I just got a message, answering messages, whatever it may be. I just spend too much time on my phone. I mean, I'm embarrassed. Like, you know how the iPhone does like a week in review kind of thing? and it tells you how many hours on average you're spending on your phone. I don't even want to say the number. It's awful. It's embarrassing. I know a lot of that is just me watching things, like I'm watching YouTube videos or watching Netflix. So it's not like I'm always like directly looking at it, because sometimes I just put it on, like if I don't have my TV or my iPad on, like I'll put it on for background noise. But it's still embarrassing. Like I don't want to tell y'all the number. It's bad. I can't. I need to step away from my phone. So one of the things I want to do is like leave it out of my bedroom at night, and or off my nightstand, like maybe put on my dresser or something, because sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night, I have trouble sleeping, and I'll just be scrolling on my phone. Or if I get up to go to the restroom, then I'll end up, you know, putting on a YouTube video, even though I really should just be going straight back to bed, things like that. So send help, send so much help, y'all. Alright, and then the next two things, again, they're a together thing, and it's kind of gonna sound super lame and cheesy, I know this, but my kind of other goal, I guess, is to love my family more and love Luis more. Luis, my fiance. Not just my family, my friends and family, my relationships. I have been doing better mental health wise, like I mentioned, now that I'm medicated and feel a little more balanced, I guess you could say. But I tend to be a little snappy, especially when anxiety's high. And I know that I can improve in the way that I maybe like relate, or just my relationships with, I'm very close with my parents and my sisters, and obviously Luis. I adore them with all of my heart, all of them. We're a very lovey family. We're very, very lovey. Like, we're just like, you know, like the lovey, cuddly, like love each other so much. All of me, like me and my sisters, like if we're here, like we'll all be like together on one couch. Like, you know, we're just that kind of family. Like I love that, and I appreciate that. So it's not like that kind of love. I just mean like me to be more patient, more open, just kind of like work on myself, but to put out more love to my friendships, put out more love to my family. I hope that kind of makes sense. I know that's really weird, but it's just something I want to kind of project more love, I guess you could say, into the world towards my family, my friends, y'all, and of course Luis, my soon-to-be husband, hopefully, right, as we near the 2020. We don't have a date or anything yet. We have like literally nothing planned. I'm awful. And then the last goal, the last thing, is actually my word for 2020. And I have it written down here in my Hobonichi cousin, so I'm gonna show it to y'all. It is thrive. I was looking for a word. Like I said, I really wanted to focus on something good, something positive. And when I saw the word thrive, it just spoke to me, and I said, that's it, that's the word. I want to, if you look up like the actual definition, you know, it means to prosper, basically, right? To flourish. So I just want to do, just that. I want to thrive. I want to, you know, blossom and prosper. And as I'm coming out of a really tough kind of last 6 months of the year, mentally, a really ugly kind of dark place, I want to kind of, you know, work more towards getting out of that. I know I still have a long way to go. You know, it's not like January 1st, look at me, I'm, you know, thriving. But camera cut me off, y'all. Y'all knew it was gonna happen sooner or later. It's my camera's favorite thing to do. New Year's resolutions for my camera: cut off Esli as soon as she's feeling like super inspired. I'm joking. But I was talking about thriving and how that is my word, and I don't know what else I was saying, but I just want to, I've been in a really bad place, I feel like. And I want to thrive, and I want to live, and I want to be happy and grow as a person and put out more love into the world and put out joy and creativity and good things. And I feel like that is encompassed in thrive. So that's why I chose that word. I don't know, like, I feel like every time I like say a word of the year, like it sounds so corny talking about it, but I think that's a good thing. You know, it's like, it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing to kind of put out your intentions into the world, because it helps. It helps to say them out loud. It helps to have a group of people keeping you accountable. So check in on me throughout the year. You know, make sure I'm keeping up with these goals. Push me. I'm here for y'all, and y'all are here for me, and I'm so grateful for y'all. So that is gonna be it. Like I said, don't know exactly when this video is going up, but it's probably right around New Year's time. So if New Year's has already passed, then welcome to 2020. Welcome to this new decade. I am so excited to continue sharing with y'all. Happy New Year's, y'all. I just love y'all. I love this channel. I love y'all's support. I love when y'all message me on Instagram or leave me comments, whatever it may be. It makes me feel like there's someone out there, you know, like I'm in a living room by myself talking to a camera. So it's a very lonely experience sometimes, unless there's that communication. So I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for y'all and for y'all's continued support throughout this time. I will be sticking around and hopefully seeing a whole lot of y'all in this coming year, and y'all will be seeing a whole lot of me. And I wish y'all the best. I wish everyone thrives this year. Let me know what some of your goals are, what your word is for 2020. I would love to know. And thank you. Much love to y'all, and I will talk to y'all very, very soon. Bye everyone. Take care and happy New Year.